Hello there everybody, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm drawing the knight from Hollow Knight and Ori from Ori and the Blind Forest / Will of the Wisps as fantasy armor outfit things. I say, like outfits because I did the Ori armor, quote-unquote armor, as more of a ninja style outfit instead because I figured it'd work better that way because since the Ori games are more so focused on platforming, especially the first one. Let's see, the first one, I know the second one had a couple different like weapon options, but combat didn't really feel like the focus, and Hollow Knight I did, more as an armor because there's obviously a lot of fighting and, it's Hollow Knight, so it's a knight, so that's what I decided to do. So my friend EMNTV, I'll link his channel in the description, gave me this idea because he thought it would be cool to have a drawing of us in some of our favorite games, and I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty epic. And I was also inspired by Popcross Studios' series of turning things into fantasy armor. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. So I guess I'll start with the design. I did record some of the more designing process, especially for the Ori one because I didn't have as clear of a design in my head. So like I said, I wanted Ori to look like a ninja, and I did a lot, of stuff off camera, but then I was like, oh, I should record this. And I don't think I've ever really shown much of this part of my process, so I thought that'd be nice. I'll just start with Ori since that's probably what you're going to be seeing most of for this. Going with the ninja martial artist kind of theme, I gave him those poofy pants. I don't really know what they're actually called, but I gave him those, and they're kind of supposed to emulate Ori's digitigrade. I really hope I'm saying that right. Legs. And I also gave him leg wrappings to kind of add more visual interest and give it more of the shape. Again, I was really focused on trying to get Ori's general shape to come across in the design because otherwise Ori has a very simple design. He's really just one color. And so his belt has two tails coming off of the tie in the back because Ori has, that kind of split tail. Ori in the game has 4 kind of ear flaps, I guess. So I gave the mask covering his face 2 long tails coming from the tie, and then the headband also has short ones coming off the back. And also I wanted the mask there because Ori doesn't really have a defined mouth in most of the art. I'm pretty sure he does have a mouth, and I'm pretty sure you see it, but it's not you don't look at him and say oh yeah, that sure is a mouth. And it also went well with the ninja style, so that worked out nice. And going over the shirt, it's pretty simple, but the sleeves I had poof out more nearing the hands. I was thinking about doing more of a a shoulder poof thing, or the poof starts there, or they're all big and baggy all the way down. But Ori's hands, his arm is thin-ish, but it gets bigger the closer you get to the hand, and then his hands are really big. So I really only had the shirts poof out a lot nearing the hand. And the gloves, I'm pretty sure I kept it where the ring finger and the middle finger are connected in the gloves, because Ori only has 3 fingers, and technically this person, or Ori has 2 fingers and a thumb, but I didn't really want to do that for the armor, so I just gave him 4 fingers. Yeah. And onto the Hollow Knight armor. I knew I wanted full plate in like black armor, except for the helmet, of course, because the helmet's like different. He obviously also has full plate black armor because it's a knight and I wanted it to look like a knight, but I also think it kind of works as like a bug exoskeleton, which is cool because even though the Hollow Knight itself isn't really a bug, it's bug-like and it's in a world of full of bugs, so. And I wanted it to be, I made sure to have segments pretty much all around the joints and stuff because, again, kind of giving it that bug thing. And then I was also taking inspiration from the Pure Vessel / the Hollow Knight bosses for that because it's segmented and it's closer to like, its body is closer to a human shape. So I did take inspiration from that. And I also kind of copied the Pure Vessel's shoulder armor, which I thought would be a good reference. And then and I also went with a mail skirt, or like a chainmail skirt, and some leather accents to kind of add more visual interest, which I think turned out nicely so that you could actually like see kind of what's going on with the armor. I like how the helmet turned out. So like the horns are kind of attached to the hinges where the mouthpiece would move, and I think it turned out pretty well and it translated decently for what I wanted. And now to talking about the actual art piece. I wanted the knight to be running and kind of like basically ready to like dash and swing its nail. So I made it kind of look like it was just getting out of using like its shade cloak or something. And Ori, I had quite a bit of trouble posing, classic sci-fi problem. I was thinking of having him like gliding in like with the feather thing, but that was not working out. So I ended up just having him doing a run thing, and I used his I'm pretty sure, at least, it's been a little bit since I've played Will of the Wisps, but I'm pretty sure that he does have like a sword ability that he can use. So I kind of use that to mostly frame the knight, because the knight is pretty much shrouded around a bunch of darkness, so I needed something to brighten it up. A big thing while I was drawing this was I was having a hard time balancing the colors, since both of them have very simple color palettes, especially Ori. Like, Ori's literally just a white ball of whatever the heck he is. So it was a bit difficult to kind of balance the colors because I was pretty much only using black, white, and then brown for the hair and a couple accents. I think I ended up being able to mostly pull it off, but I did end up adding like pops of color in the lighting so that they could stand out from the background. I think I used like a purple pink for Ori and an orange for the knight. I used orange for the knight because of like the infection, and then I used the purple pink because I feel like that's used a bunch in Ori's art, so that's nice. And for the background, I pretty much just went with like a void like splash thing around Ori. I added like these random light plants that I came up with on the spot. That's pretty much all I have to say about the actual making of the drawing. It was honestly pretty straightforward, besides the figuring out the color composition, but overall I think it turned out pretty nice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.